Andrew Heaney, after his first outing, you talked about just how much you were impressed with him. He added that new slider. What did you expect to see from him today?
I think more of the same. I think, each day, each passing day that he's in catch play and pens, he's more comfortable with the delivery, with his throw, with that slider. It's still, he's got to attack with the fastball. It's a unique fastball. He's got to sequence and use that slider. It's a really good pitch, and I expect him to go deep in the game.
A player like him and how quickly he added to that new pitch into his mix, what does that say about a guy like him?
Well, he's had a kind of an up and down trek, and for him to come here and be open to getting better, and it takes a little bit of uncomfortability, and he's embraced that. And you just know it's like I said earlier, it's a work in progress, but we're with him, and I just trust that if he continues to work through this and stay convicted about it, get comfortable with all of what we're throwing at him, it's going to be really special.
You saw Phil Bickford in there. He said that he's feeling good. What's the timeline for him? When do you suspect he'll be back?
He's on the taxi. He's on the taxi squad, so we're going to make an impending move here shortly. But yeah, he'll be active.
Active today.
Yeah.
What's he able to do? I mean, is he fully built up to go back to back everything that every box checked, or is he gonna have to still be integrated slowly?
I would say he's fully built up. The only thing that I'm not going to do is go 1+ with him right now. But he's able to go back to back, kind of do his regular deal. But we're not going to go 1+ with him.
Dave, you saw Vessia one time so far. Anything going on with him? Or
No, just a matter of circumstance. He'll pitch. I mean, I'd be shocked if he doesn't pitch today. And Alex is a guy that I can see him going 1+ today if need be.
Dave, in years past, you used the word keeping guys, or the phrase keeping guys relevant as far as your bench players under the old National League rules. Is it a bigger challenge this year? I got Eddie in yesterday. How do you keep guys, relevant, like you like to say, in these new rules and environment?
It's easier with the designated hitter, and also with the 3 bench players that we have. So it's easier because there's less guys that I need to keep relevant. So I wanted to get Eddie in there yesterday. He'll start tomorrow at DH. I'm not sure who's going to be down tomorrow, but he'll play tomorrow, and then I'll get Hanser in there against Freed on Tuesday. So. And it's just kind of keeping him going as well. But I think right now with the DH, kind of moving guys around, making sure Justin doesn't get too taxed. I think the DH has been beneficial to keep his bat in the lineup.
Is Answer a guy that you would consider using as a defensive replacement if you have a lead late?
Yeah, and it's not an indictment on anyone else, but I think that I think he's a plus defender, and if there's an opportunity to get somebody off their feet, certainly I feel very good about that.
On the whole so far, just kind of what have you made of the rotation in particular, especially some of the guys in the back of it, the way they pitch?
On the whole, the staff, the rotation, starters have been fantastic. I think we've managed the build up the right way. They've performed, and I think the guys in the pen have been outstanding. So credit goes obviously to the players, and I think the catchers have done a fantastic job with the fingers and kind of working with these guys, game planning. So yeah, I mean, we expect more of the same.
Given the unknowns, just like coming into spring, is this about as good as you could have hoped the first week plus is gone with that group?
It is. There was a lot of unknown. I do think that having Clayton being built up more allowed us, that 7 innings was huge for the pen. And I think that Andrew, with his start that he had, and Julio bouncing back last night, Walker, been obviously consistent. So, and Tyler Anderson, to see what he's given us to kind of piggyback with Tony, to have that length for that day's start, has been really big. So across the board, A+.
Question about one more pitcher. Do you know if Bauer has tried showing up today?
I have no idea. I really don't know. I've heard, like we've all heard, but I have not seen anything.
Is that the fact that that's still a story right now? Is it a distraction? Is it a frustration that you guys are still kind of have this unknown?
right now?
No, neither. I think that we're just focused on just winning a baseball game. So there's always going to be stuff that goes around, but nothing takes us away from our focus.
Is there anything any hope for any resolution that make things easier for you guys? Day to day, you sort of take it day by day, but sort of long term, having some sort of resolution as an organization, just understanding how this is going to play out.
Honestly, I have no idea, and it's so out of my control or any of our control. So I think that we're just kind of focused on what we can control. So that's kind of our mindset. To a man.
Hey, once you get twice through the starting rotation here, do you imagine yourself keeping 11 guys down in the bullpen?
I think, yes. I think, May 2nd, we're going to have to pare the numbers down because as I understand it, it's going to be 13 and 13 as far as position players to pitchers. So up until that point, I think we're going to stay status quo.
Is it harder? You talked about keeping the 3 bench guys relevant. Is it harder keeping all of them?
It's harder keeping the relievers relevant. Jack or Juan asked about Vesio, and so it's just kind of been circumstantial. So it's more of, I haven't pitched Alex like I would have wanted to, but that's a byproduct of having so many guys down the pen, and our starters giving us length. So that's been a tougher challenge, but getting Huddy in there. And getting Alex in today and Brule, it'll be good to get guys back online.
I know you talked about it a little bit yesterday, but what have you been seeing out of the movie? How much do you feel like yesterday maybe was a refresh for them?
I think it was definitely a refresh. Just some guys start off slower than others. So I think Mookie he's still taking good at bats, but he's just not. As he said, in finding the barrel. So he's an easy bet. So Mookie will be just fine.
Dave, Braves next. This isn't one of those. It's all right. I think in the past, right, early season like this, you have 2 teams that played in the LCS the year before, right, come back both with stacked rosters. I think in the past we would have looked at this as kind of an early season barometer type thing. With the playoff field expanded though, and kind of the probability maybe of you guys actually running into each other in October decreased, I mean, does it feel like less like that in any way?
It does, and I think that a lot of times when you face a really good ball club in the Braves, it's always kind of, people try to say it's a litmus test, a barometer, but I think that it's a good ball club that we're trying to win a series. But yeah, with the expanded playoffs, I just think that right now, our expectation, our goal. We got to get through these guys today, and it's going to be a fun series. And it's a very good ball club. They knocked us out of the postseason last year, but it's a different year. So I would expect us to have the same focus as we do against the Reds as the Braves. And but like I said, it's going to be a great series.
Should the fans boo Kenley?
Absolutely not. He better get a very big standing ovation because he's earned it and he deserves it.
Okay, so he gets the standing ovation when he first comes out. Do you want, I assume if he saves the game against you guys, you don't want him to get a standing ovation.
Yeah, so
then,
I
right?
want him to, maybe when he gets announced, but if he gets a save, definitely boo him. But I hope not to see him on the field this next series.
Do you feel like you're going to need to have a conversation with Freddie at all about any emotions going into tomorrow, or are you not worried about that?
That's no, because I think that there's going to be emotions. There should be emotions. So I think Freddie's a guy that embraces emotions. I think that's a good thing. So I don't think it's going to be mixed. I think he's going to see those guys over there, and it's going to hit him. But no conversation necessary.
Freddie's the only one who hasn't had a day off, if I'm not mistaken. Does he get a day off this series coming up?
Trey hasn't had a day off.
Okay.
No. Freddie's going to keep playing.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.